Scrappy Peeps, Suzanna here today for Bella Blvd to share with you this fall wreath layout created using the One Fall Day collection. So I am taking this particular piece of pattern paper and I am going to become a fussy cutting queen. So I'm going to cut these leaves to scatter around the circle, as well as a combination of other chipboard elements, so the Chow chipboards, and some of the epoxy stickers, and all kinds of fun leafy stuff to go around the circle. So when you are fussy cutting, you want to make sure you have some sharp precision scissors, and you want to move the paper as you are closing the scissors. So you can see it doesn't look like my scissors are going up, down, because I'm slowly closing them as I move the paper to get the cuts. So just one way of really getting nice clean cuts as you are fussy cutting. So I am going to get a nice variety of all of the different colors there. Then I'm going to use some of the B-sides of the collection along with these metal dies from Spellbinders. So I'm just going to use 3 of the ones that are there with the tone-on-tone papers from the collection to add so that I have some larger elements in addition to the Chow chips and the embellishments that come with the collection. Unfortunately, as I arranged all of them and glued them down, my camera stopped filming. I don't really know what happened, but you'll see the beginning of the process, and really it's just alternating colors, sizes, and variety of leaves as I go around. So you can see that I'm using the same 3 metal dies here with these B-sides from the One Fall Day collection, and I'm going to use 5. So I have orange, pink, that maroony red, the brown, and then this green will be the last one. Does that make 5? Yes, because I have the brown that's coming up. So the brown tone-on-tone has words on it, and I did not pay attention to that fact, which is okay because I'm not using the words to actually be able to read them so much as the texture that they give to the page, or the variety that they give in the pattern to the paper. And I think it actually adds to it that they may be upside down, because it doesn't really matter. So now I am prepping the background. I am working on a Cricut mat, but I actually use a silhouette. I just like the Cricut mat. I find that they last a lot longer. So you can see I've got black lines along the top of the Cricut mat for where to actually line it up within to have it centered in my silhouette. So I'm creating a layered background. So I'm going to have that green plaid at the top, and then I'm going to have this bluish floral at the bottom. And I created a circle. You hold the shift key as you use the oval shape, and I made that, I'm pretty sure that that is 9 inches in diameter for the circle, and then there's a button that you can push that just pushes it to the center of your mat. So I went around twice and cut that, and now I'm going to take it over to my desk and get it off the mat. Unfortunately, the washi there pulled up some of the color, so I am going to end up having to cover that with something, but that's okay. So adhere that to my white cardstock there, and set to work on building the wreath. So you can see on the right hand side, top right there, that I have 4 4x4 photos. Well, I decided that that was too big, and so I went and reprinted them to whatever shrinks down to 2.5 by 3.3 something, I think it is. So they're just fall photos. The top 2 are of different color leaves. one on the ground, one on the tree, and then the bottom photo, one is of the actual tree itself, so different perspectives, and then the second one on the bottom is of my friend and I walking. So you can see I have the Chow chipboards for the One Fall Day collection here, and I'm going to piece some of the phrases or the words together to create a phrase for my title that is going to say, "Hello, Autumn Memories." And then I want to take the leafy parts and scatter them throughout this wreath here so that I have a nice variety of color. My plan had not been to use these trees, but it kind of goes with, not kind of, it goes with the title and then adds that in there. So you can see I also put the multicolored stripe chipboard down the bottom there to cover the where the washi pulled up the ink, and I like that. However, I will change my mind. I reserve that right, and you know me. So now I'm just trying to create some balance before I started hearing things down of where these leaves are going to go. So you know I have a lot of green in that green plaid in the background paper up the top there. So I will put some green, but I don't want too much green because I think it gets lost. And then there's not a lot of that lighter aqua, more bluey aqua at the bottom left there. So I don't have to worry about that so much, but again, I want to have a nice balance in size and variety of the leaves down there. So I'm just sort of shuffling through the embellishment packs to see if there's anything. Here I'm looking for a particular phrase, maybe some of the leaves. But I don't really find much in there that is going to work with my wanting objects to surround the circle. So here is where I realize that I have not filmed. So you can see I change out that multicolor for a blue strip there. And then I've used some of the epoxy stickers. I really liked that darker blue, just hints of it scattered throughout. And then all of those leaves that I have up the top in with the chipboard go around. So unfortunately, that is the part that was not recorded as I was filming. So I want a little bit of the foliage down the bottom here. So I have a mix of a chipboard piece and one of my fussy cut leaves. And so that just sort of brings a little bit of the top down to the bottom. And then this photo in particular doesn't have any, or the photo cluster doesn't have any embellishment cluster to go with it. So, and I wanted something to add a little bit of color down there. So you can see I put the puffy squirrel and then two of my fussy cut leaves. And I'm also going to use the different epoxy set. These are triangles and circles, and scatter those throughout the page. So the piece of pattern paper that I cut all of the smaller leaves from had some really cool blue dots. And so in what made me think of putting these epoxy dots or epoxy pieces, were the fun blue dots that just kind of, it's like the dust of the fall day. And that, my friends, I believe is going to wrap up the decor. I will print my journaling, which I don't normally do. I do normally handwrite and cut strips in that big white space down below to fill in for the journaling. Close-ups to follow. Thanks for stopping in today. I hope you're doing well. Come back again soon. Take care.